got to put this on. It's just a wee advertisement for the Truth Light paper, the Light Truth paper. I deliver these around Musselburgh every month, 500 of them, to all the local businesses and the doctors, the police. I've been flung at the booth of them police station 53 times actually. Just a quick thing to show you the headlines of this paper. You can get this online, and you can go back on all the old ones and have a good look and see how it's progressed for these scumbags. But I'll just give you some headlines. Well, yeah, there's the truth. 99.995 of children recover. Great deception, we all know what that is, and it's from the Bible as well, so it was well predicted. And that's what's happening right now, how corrupt this world is. A grand jury was investigating humanity, the crimes against humanity. That was Mark Sexton, and down in England, the PCPO, what do you call it, the Police Public Opinion Group, they agreed to have a look at it, blah blah blah. They thought it was going to go right through, and then they met thing out. But no big surprise there, you know who they're protecting. Pfizer knew the vaccine was killed. I think we all know that now anyway, but that was the trials, the effect of the trials, their own data shows it. This is all different, but it's about climate spray, climate controls. That's what they're doing. They're geoengineering. They're actually changing weather. Everybody thinks it's. You look up in your skies every day, or you'll ken that if you look at my videos. 5G's all involved with this as well. With the nanoparticles that are coming down from the sky, we breathe them in. It's got the same nanoparticles that are in the jab, and that's what happened. These metal, heavy metal particulates, nanoparticulates, they're going to mix with the millimeter wave signals, especially 60 gigahertz. We're dead, and this is what I reckon on the breathing problems are. There's a lot of stuff in this about it. Are we being brainwashed? Well, I think we have. Some of us have. Some of us have got through it. We're obviously being brainwashed up till a certain time. We're all lied to. I remember when I was at school, I mean, going back to the 70s, we were hiding under tables. We were getting told to go under and practice for the Russians nuclear us. Fucking disgusting, man. This is what they've been doing for a long time. This goes back hundreds of years, by the way. Thousands of years, actually. Global warming. A group of unelected billionaires and bureaucrats are planning a future where you'll have very little freedom and be happy. No, I can't what to do. If we're all pissed off at anyway, they'll be happy. COVID shots all your DNA. There's no doubt about that. mRNA. There's no doubt about it. They've got a synthetic gene, and a great guy to watch is, what is it, Gerard Rennick for Australia. Australian politician. Absolutely clued up about climate, this. Absolutely amazing guy. If we had one politician like that, probably stop in Britain. Beware the future. This is digital stuff. This is unbelievable what we're into now. Digital IDs, personal carbon allowance. Everybody thinks it's global warming that's happening, or climate change, what pish they're calling it now. No, it's not. They want a carbon tax, so everybody pays. It's just another tax. Just like the income tax that we pay now. Everybody thinks that's normal. That was only introduced, supposed to be for 2 years after the war. And they've just kept it going and make it worse and worse and worse. But they can, wherever you are, you can look in China and that. 6 minutes at the most it takes to find anybody in China. Because of all this, with the drones and fucking unbelievable. There's the scum. Just have a look at that, see who they are. The Trilateral Commissions and Common Purpose. They've been doing a job for a long time. You should actually look at ukcolumn.org. ukcolumn.org are amazing. But they do a lot in common purpose as well. But they do it on everything. Fucking Knights of Malta. Unbelievable. What on earth's in these injections? Well, there you go. There's proof. I mean, in Spain it was La Quinta laboratories. They've been telling this for the very, very start. Well, not the very one, since they first came out. They were the first to find them. And now they're all over the world they're finding it, especially Germany, places like that. And look at this. This is true. Again. That's your wee mate. Your wee rat Fauci. AIDS was not a killer. The medicine was. And I lost 40, 50 pounds when I was younger. Because I was brought up in Nidroom. Just so happens that's they target places like that. Eh? What will 2023 be like? Well, I'm hoping. Everybody was saying last year was the year of the awakening. No way. This will be. And the only reason people will awake now, it's not because they want to, it's because they have to. Because it's affecting them. It's the old one, eh? They came for the Jews. That wasn't one. They came for the whatever. That wasn't the one. When they came for me, there was nobody there to help me. And that's true. People have to get together. Stop all this bullshit. Divide and conquer. Even all this crap about the trannies and all the rest of it. And LBG fucking bollocks. They're just, it's another way of dividing, and then colour, blah blah blah. We're all the same. We're actually go back, we're all brothers and sisters. You give a shit about somebody's black, somebody's white, somebody's Protestant, I don't give a shit. I see the person, find out what they're like, and I'll judge myself. Most people are really nice people actually. UK doctors call for anti-vaccine. That just says it all when it's came to the UK. Because these cowards have been sitting back for a long time. I've been up that doctor so many times. I've actually been in conversations with them. They didn't speak to me now. They don't even correspond to me. But a weekly basis, I've wrote to every politician. I've wrote to all the police. I've spoke to the serious crime squads, people like that. Nah, they do not believe anything I say. But some of them have admitted. Well, actually, I got arrested one time, and the policeman admitted to me that there wasn't a pandemic. Well, that was fucking obvious anyway, wasn't it? But that's this month's one anyway. There's a very eye-opening thing. Who are the experts of the UK regulators? Have a look. None of them scientists. And we all know anyway, the scientists that the government used were psychologists. About 70% of them are psychologists. Fucking unbelievable. And what I stayed for the very first 3 days after it started, I was out putting posters up and blah blah blah. And one of my things was, where's the bio bins? That's what about the police station. I said, that was the thing, where's the bio bins? What you talk about? I says, well, these masks that don't work anyway, we all know that. And they're damaging. And police are just, get out, fucking grabbed us out the door. And I've got to keep going back, where's the bio bins? Exactly. And a year, after the first year, there was 40 billion mass, I reckon, in the sea. 40 billion. All the plastics in that. And we're all equal and above the law. We think that, and that's what this ruling are. But look at this ruling. Court rules politicians are above the law. I'm on the same page as that too. Matt Letizia, he speaks out quite well. He speaks out well. Actually, when you start listening to him, he was a bit late waking up, but so was Neil Oliver and people like that. They never knew. I knew since 2014. I actually wrote to politicians in June 2019, told them everything that was going to happen. And I'm talking about everything. For the one world government, I said there was going to be a fake pandemic. There was going to be a real pandemic. I thought there never was, but I read up all about that. There's a great guy, you can listen to it. It's Dr. Richard Day, 1969 speech. Put that in. He's speaking to the Order of the Barbarians. Well, that's about the Order of the Barbarians. And he's speaking to 200 paediatricians. I think it was in California. That's my go-to when I look at anything that's happening. I look at this COVID now, unraveling the COVID climate narratives. All the evidence is there, everything's there. It's a case of waking people up. That poor woman there, what she's done was showed a film. It was A Good Death, it's called, and it was about Hancock and Midazolam and blah blah blah. That's worth looking at. What's happened to the future? Well, that's the truth. There's teams of people delivering this paper now. Crooked politicians, not just the working man. They're betraying everybody. Pensioners, that's another thing. Get your money at your pension. I've done it. Get all your money at your pension. Get your house into a trust if you own it. They'll never be able to take it off you if you put your house into a trust for yourself. See into that, or you will lose your house. That's what poor woman I know. She's just praying silently. I've seen it. I've watched it on the internet. They come up and ask her what she's praying about. I would have said, none of you, I'm different for her. So we didn't get to Nash, but actually I never realised she's actually she's an activist for all this. And I say activist, I hate using that word. She's a humanitarian. And that's about people are so scared to listen to stuff. That it's hard to young people. I think we all know that. That's about all the money the politicians are on. Fucking unbelievable. Look at this. Billions, billions, billions. That's it. And I'll tell you another thing as well. The war in Ukraine. That's been. I've been warning people about that for years, maybe 6 years or something. That was going to. As soon as people started fighting back, that would bash up. And now Russia has bought all. They've bought their own people. Putin told them what to buy: gold and silver, and they've all done it. They're a rich country now, and they're going to be running the world soon. Well, no, China's got to run it, but they've got to be alongside them. War is never in the people's interest. Never. The banks have had no money since 2010. They got a bailout in 2008. 2010, they've had no money. They've just been digital crap, printing money, and this is how they get their money back now. They start a war, and then they start getting all the money back, and the government borrow money that's not there. I mean, fuck's sake, everybody's just now working to live. That's got to stop. And that's what's going to get a lot of them anyway. Our elections being stolen worldwide. Streppy, absolute pish. Vax injury is not rare. Well, we all know that. And that's just people that are going a bit now in Scotland. And you get loads of pictures of the dead people, and they're going to different places. Good luck to them. Well done to them. Because they're showing people, and people are surprised because they've never heard nothing about it. And that's another thing you can write into this paper. Anyway, I just thought I'd let you have your introduction to that paper. Good luck. God bless.